What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome back to more Let's Play Subnautica. In the last episode, we learned the ultimate fate of the Degassi crew, and we also took the chance to make ourselves a new arm for our prawn suit, the drill arm, which we're going to be putting to use in this episode. But before we do that, really quickly, I made a couple of additions to my base, particularly leading out to this, which is known as the scanner room. Now, we're going to show how this thing works really quickly before I call this... before I say what we're going to be doing for the remainder of this episode, because this is kind of important. So, head out over here, go all the way inside, and right here we have ourselves a fabricator as well as the actual scanner itself. We'll explain that in a second, but I'm going to immediately use the fabricator here because I would like to install the HUD chip, as well as the scanner room range upgrade. And we can make multiples of those, as well as speed upgrades also can make multiples of those, but I'm just going to make one of each for the time being. Let's slot in those two, and then the HUD chip is instantly added to us right here, so we can actually see this stuff on the map. Okay, so everything that we have scanned throughout the game is going to show up, or at least that's within our immediate vicinity, is going to show up on this list. You can see we can select multiple lists. We can even get like Stalker 2s, Rex, things like that. If we want to search for any of these things, all we have to do is select something and the scanner is going to go to work. Now, it is going to slowly but surely branch out from this location, finding every single chunk that it can. So as you can see right there, boom, sandstone chunk. Over time, it is going to eventually gather more, and this is all based on the range of the scanner room. Now, with only one range upgrade, I believe it can only go out to 250 meters, but if you can get up to 4 range upgrades, it can go as far as 400 meters. I believe each one adds an extra 50 meters to its range. Now, it takes some time for it to find everything, but again, the speed upgrade is also meant to help with that. So if you're trying to find resources within your immediate vicinity, the scanner room is great for that. The one downside, though, is that this thing consumes a lot of power while it is scanning, so you're going to need to have something that will be able to offset that. So if we're ever in a situation where we're going to need to look for a lot more things, the scanner room is going to come in handy with that. However, today's episode, we are going to be heading back to, once more, I know, to the Sparse Reef. But we're going to be going beyond the Sparse Reef in this episode because I, in particular, want to head into the Blood Kelp Zone because we are going to be getting some materials so we can craft the last arm for our prawn suit. We're also going to be doing a lot of resource farming in this episode, particularly with the prawn suit. We're going to go out and do some drilling, stuff like that, and hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves a whole lot more materials because I'm actually starting to get pretty low on quite a few things. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to farm out in our immediate vicinity, like here in the grassy plateaus and stuff like that. Mostly like quartz and salt and things like that. But to get the really good stuff, we need to go pretty darn deep. And this includes even things like copper and titanium. So, not going to worry about those at least immediately too much. But I'll at least be able to show how much better movement gets once we get this grapple arm. Because once we get the grapple arm, I don't really need the sea moth anymore, if I'm being completely honest. That is going to completely break movement open and just allow me to get wherever I need to go with ease, and it's honestly pretty amazing. But we're going down this way just so that we can access the Blood Kelp Zone. So we're going to head down here, completely ignoring Officer Keen's life pod. Try not to mix up the two. I'm pretty sure that is a reference, though. And in here is where we want to go. Okay, so this is the Blood Kelp Zone. Blood Kelp Zone is not a place to be trifled with. Now, this is actually one of 2 Blood Kelp Zones, and this is technically the safer of the 2. It's also much smaller. This is actually technically known as the Blood Kelp Trench, but it does lead down to a much deeper area. Now, what we're after in here is, well, a couple of things. There's also some ghost weed here, and this... I'm actually going to give this a nice little whack. Just once. We're going to worry about that a little bit later, but I want to do that now. Ooh, so also, this is copper ore here, so we're going to have to come back down here once we get the grapple arm. There's actually quite a bit of copper ore, but I'm going to grab as much blood oil as I can, which I can't hold a lot of this stuff, if I'm being honest. It takes up a lot of inventory space. In fact, there we are, already full. I'm going to go put it in my sea moth, 4 of them, and then grab whatever else I can. But here in the Blood Kelp Trench, there are a lot of warpers and amp eels. Not any any Leviathans of any kind, which is good. But, or at least in this particular zone. But there is... But yeah, there's a lot of still really bad things that you have to deal with in here. And this is why I don't want to bring my sea moth down, because the deeper you go, the more you run into that. You don't have to go very deep to run into a bunch of those baddies. But let's fill up on blood oil and get the heck out of here, because this is the material that is necessary for benzene, which we're going to need for the grapple arm. So let's do that. This right here, by the way, is uraninite. I'm not going to grab any of those right now, but they are going to be needed later. Right now, I'm just kind of focused on blood oil, because we don't need a lot of benzene in this game, like barely any at all. But I figured now would be the good time. Let's just stock up, have as much as we can, and then get the heck out of here. All right, and also that looked like a warper shot right there, so that's a little bit scary. Let's try to get out of here before they start to come after us. I do love the music in the Blood Kelp Trench, though. It's really, really sweet. But that's all I came here for. Now let's go back and make ourselves that arm so that we can get going on the prawn suit. Okay, so we've made it back. Let's break all of this blood oil down into some benzene now really quickly, which we're going to just make as much as we can. Also, there's the synthetic fibers, which, oh, that's right, we need 3 blood oil per, not even 2. I thought it was 2. Okay, well, let's see. So we're going to have 1, 2. Oh, so we have 6, so that's good at least. I'm going to actually put this seed over in my eggs locker, actually. I think that can double as both, because I'm not going to be hoarding a whole ton of eggs, if I'm being honest. Oh gosh, I'm literally 1 space short. You've got to be kidding me. Here, let's see. Okay, I'm going to put some of this gold away. I actually made some more beacons off screen. I also went and collected a bunch more Reginalds for food, which that did not take very long to do. About 5 minutes, and I had an entire inventory's worth of them gathered all up. So that is now something we shouldn't really have to worry about for the rest of the game, if I'm being honest, between that and the nutrient blocks, unless we really take our time. But there's the benzene that I wanted, and with all of that, I think what I'm going to do, I need to make more lockers. I'll get around to that eventually. Okay, let's see. Blueprint for... Where are you? For our grappling arm. Okay, so now we need titanium, an advanced wiring kit, and lithium. Okay, so to make the advanced wiring kit, I need to make another computer chip and some gold. I have a bunch of table coral samples on hand, actually, so we should be fine. What I don't have is the copper needed to make the computer chip. So what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly venture out, see if I can find some limestone chunks that I can break, and then get some copper. I just need 2 copper. It's literally all I need. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Although, if I venture into places like this, I'm going to have to deal with crash fish. Is that my flare? Is that still burning? 6 hours, 7, 8... What is this, 8 hours later? I think it's 8 hours later it's still burning. Maybe those just don't go out. I thought they did eventually, but I guess I was wrong. Was that copper ore I dropped? Oh, it was. I thought it was something else. Well, we'll take the cave sulfur, too, while we're at it. Is there any more? Oh, there's another one of those. He's not even going to reach me in time. He was too far away. That's okay. Is there any more? We'll take the cave sulfur when I can get it, even though I don't think I need it that badly. Come on, there's got to be more limestone outcrops around here somewhere. It shouldn't be that hard to find. I'm not going to use the scanner room for this crap. You kidding me? Well, I might as well go in here since I never actually checked this area. There is another crash fish pod. Let's grab this real quick. There we go. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So now let's head back, make this computer chip, and hopefully get this grappling arm done so we can get a move on, because I'm really excited to show you guys the mobility factor on this prawn suit once you get this thing done. It's kind of amazing. So let's grab 3 gold and then 2 table coral samples, which I'm keeping in one of my lockers. That was only 2. I need a 3rd one. Thank you. Okay, there's that. And now we should be able to make ourselves a computer chip. And now we just need the wiring kit, which I think I have an extra one sitting in my silver locker. I do. So I'll have to generate a new one. Okay, so there's all that. All right, now, let's see. We are only missing 3 titanium and a piece of lithium. So let's do that. Actually, let's go into this locker first. Perfect. And then the lithium. I only needed the 1, actually. What am I doing? All right. So now, I'm going to head back in here. I don't need to dock anything to do this. We just got to create it. Okay. Awesome. And I don't have anything to make, like, depth modules or anything else. We're going to have to worry about that a little bit later. But let's put this grappling arm in. Not drop it. Gosh dang it. Put the grappling arm in. It's so weird that the upgrade screen, that's the only place where you press X to put things in, but everywhere else it's R2. Anyway. All right, so let's show how this thing works, and I am going to be heading... I think I'm going to head back, actually, to the Blood Kelp Trench just because there was a lot of copper there, and I do want copper. I really do want copper. So the grappling arm, the way that this thing works is, well, you are now Spider Prawn. And this thing gives you so much freaking momentum. It is actually insane. If you can start to get the hang of it and how far it can reach and how much momentum it can give you, this thing gets actually insane. Like, you go so much faster with this thing than you do even with the Seamoth, as long as you are good with this grappling arm. Like, watch this thing. Look at this. Like, this is a lot faster than the Seamoth. Holy crap. You just fling yourself. Now, the grappling arm does have a limit to it, but, again, you just have to kind of get the cadence for it, and it's just wonderful. I mean, I just fly with this thing. It's so freaking good. And it can also be really, really useful for... Hold on, what is this here? Ah! Yeah, you got to be a little careful, though, because if you go too fast, the game doesn't know how to load things in properly, like you just saw there. That's why we had a little bit of hitching. But hold on, making sure I'm going the right way. I am not. That. Oh. Okay. Actually, I do want to show this. I want to show this. Okay. Let's go down a little bit. Oh, hello there, Sand Shark. You're not what I'm worried about, though, right now. You just keep your cool. Where are you? There you are!
Detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it? That
right there is the absolute most bone-chilling PDA description you will ever hear. Guys, this is an area called the Dunes, and I am actually going to do a little bit of drilling here while we're in the area. But hopefully, I don't get myself into too much trouble as I do so. Keep an eye on... Oh, he's right there. I think we're fine for now. Oh, he's right there. Keep getting some more silver ore. Okay, I think he went away for a second. Let's keep drilling. Hello there. Yeah, he's not really hurting my prawn suit at all. But I kind of want to say hi. Oh, he's just hanging out. Okay, hold on. Okay, I need to show this. Come here. Let's go. What's up, dude? Oh gosh, I think he sees me. Okay. Where is he? Oh, he didn't scream at me. He screamed, but he didn't scream at me. Hi there. Okay, so this fella right here is a Reaper Leviathan. And is this a... He is not a very happy fella. He's actually a very, very angry fella. I think he's attacking things right now, too. Okay. So here's the thing about the Reaper is Reapers, they make a lot of noise. I mean, a lot of freaking noise. That's why you can always hear them screaming from a distance. Now, technically, Reapers are actually less harmful to you than Ghost Leviathans. They don't hurt quite as bad. But they are scarier than Ghost Leviathans by quite a long shot because of the noises that they make. And you do need to be incredibly wary when you're around them because they are very good at ambushing you. Which is why I'm just trying to grab this silver ore as quickly as possible. Go away! Gosh. I hit you enough. Will that make you leave? Okay. Oh, he disappeared for a second. Okay, I think we're fine. But, Yeah, Reapers they can be very, very scary, and they can sneak up and ambush you, and they also like to grab you, which is probably the most annoying thing about them. They are very detrimental to your Seamoth, but your prawn suit can mostly take them. Okay, and this would not take so long if I wasn't constantly checking my 12 o'clock to make sure that he's not about to attack me. But he is not the only Reaper out here. In fact, this area, the dunes, is absolutely chock full of these guys. They are everywhere. And so when you are venturing out here, if you're not in a prawn suit, you are stupid, first of all. Second of all, this biome, if I'm being completely honest with you, isn't like super worth your time in the first place. There's not a whole lot to get out here. There's gasopods, sand sharks. There's a couple of things that you can like mine and the like, but otherwise it's just not worth it because of these guys. They're just everywhere. And yeah, with that, I think since I don't really want to actually fight one of those right now, I think I am going to move on from here and make my way further this way. Are there any more? It doesn't really look, I don't even hear them. There's actually a salt deposit here, so I am going to mine this. Hi, gasopods. It's funny that there's gasopods here when the only other place you see them is in the safe shallows. Let's drill this up really quickly, and then we will move on from here. Cave crawlers, too. Hi. I'm expecting to see you. It's kind of funny. I feel like this was just a place where they were just like, let's just dump all of the things we've been seeing, like we don't see very much in other areas, and just put them all in one biome. Because the dunes just kind of has everything in it. Okay, there's a lot of sand sharks. My gosh, you guys. Go away. Okay, I think that should do. So now, where is my... There it is. It's over this way. Okay, we're going to make our way over this way a little bit. So like I said, the sparse reef... Oh, gosh, water. I probably should do that. Yeah, let's drink that. Okay. Glad I had some of those to spare. Okay, I think we're basically in the sparse reef now, although there are warpers, so maybe not quite. Oh, this is it. Oh, this is the Kelp Trench right here. We're in the Kelp Trench. Okay, cool. That is actually an okay thing. So no, we're kind of in both, if I'm being honest. Because this is the Kelp Trench. Let's drop down. And I just don't want to deal with that guy. Okay, hold on a second. Come here, you. Can I hit you? Come here, you piece of crap. Can I get you to teleport away? That would be great. Just don't shoot anything at me. Okay, I think he's gone. Cool. All right. So now that we're here, let's get to drilling some copper, because I definitely need to get some of that. There we go. I know there was at least 2 of these deposits. So we're going to fill up on resources a little bit here. There we go. Look at that. This is a little bit boring, I know. It's just because you're just kind of watching the drill animation happen until it eventually breaks the entire thing down. But it's so much more efficient than walking around and whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to empty my prawn suit storage a little bit. I do need to get another storage upgrade for my prawn suit. I hope I didn't drop any copper, or I don't think I did. But, yeah, I do need to get a storage module upgrade on this prawn suit at some point, just so we have a little bit more space in it. By the time you have all of the upgrades you need for the prawn suit, you're probably only going to have space for like 1 storage module. So I think 1 is fine, because it adds another 16 slots, which is, I think it's 16 slots, which is pretty great. And then a little bit more. There was another one of these that I wanted to drill out. Am I actually getting that? I think I am. Yes. Okay. So there goes that, and here is the other copper ore deposit. Let's drill through that. You always want to take advantage of these whenever you see them, because copper ore is such a commodity in this game, considering it's necessary for batteries, power cells, copper wire, I mean, just those 3 things is like a lot of what you're making in the game.
Matches 7 of the 9 preconditions for stimulating terror in humans.
I love that description. 7 of the 9 preconditions. Wow. I'm surprised it's ever... We've been in here like 3 times now, and it's never once given us that PDA prompt, which is, I think, kind of funny. But here we go. Come on. Almost got it. And I think that should be plenty in the way of materials for the time being. Okay, so now we are in a little bit of a food crisis, so I think I'm going to head back now before we get stuck down here without anything to eat. I mean, I technically could just always walk outside my pod and slap something with a thermoblade and be good to go, but I think I have everything I was planning on getting down here. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Because quartz is probably something that's nice to get to. Let's go until we fill up our storage completely. Or mine the entirety of this deposit, whatever happens first. And then we'll head back. I'm not super worried about food. Yeah, okay, storage has no room. I think we're good. All right, let's go. Got what I needed. So now we just got to get out of here, which with the grapple hook, it's a little bit easier than it was before, because what you do is you grapple on to the edge of the wall and then hold your jump jet. And in doing so, you actually get a lot more lift than you would have otherwise. The grapple arm preserves that momentum and lets you go up a lot higher. That's how you're usually going to get out of these sorts of situations. But that's not to say that's the only that's going to get you out of every situation, because there are sometimes going to be sheer cliffs where that's just not enough. So let's see if we can continue to climb with the momentum. I think we got enough, at least to get most of the way out, but not all the way. Now, let's climb a little bit more. There we go. Beautiful. All right, back we go with all of this resources, and we should be able to make a whole lot of stuff now, which is great. Look at the speed. Look at the speed. Look at how fast that meter counter is going down. That is just insanity with this thing. It's so good. I love the grapple arm. The movement in it is just, it's not only is it great, but it's also really fun. Like, it really fun to play around with. I love... Oh, yes, and you can absolutely lash on to other fish, by the way, which is kind of hilarious. But I just love how fast I can go. Look at this. Just fling yourself across the entire map. Nothing can catch you with speeds like that. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's head on over here. Park this outside. I probably need to dock one of these so we can start getting more power for it. But we're going to end this episode by going after a couple of pods here in a second. Actually, we're going to go after one pod because we don't have enough time to go after both. And I will restock on food and water here in a second. Let me just dump everything in here. Okay, I feel a lot more confident now that I have all of this stuff in here. Like, so much in the way of materials. Look at all that. Definitely need to make another storage module, though. I'll do that probably between episodes. But let's dump all this copper in here. Oh, look at all that. That is so much copper. That is just beautiful. All from mining those 2 deposits. That is just huge. Just a massive difference maker. All right, let's do that. I have to definitely get more titanium, too. And I think I'm going to put... So I don't really have space in there. I'm going to put... I know this isn't actually where... I'm not actually putting modules in here, but I think I'm just going to put all that in there for the time being until I have the time to get around to making more titanium deposits. But let's listen to this radio here really quickly. Well, actually, let's eat first before I do that. Wrong one. Let's grab a couple... Let's grab 3 of those this time. Might be a little overkill. I'm going to cook 2 and eat them, and that should be enough, just the 2 of them. So, there we go. And then I believe our water filtration machine will have 2 waters. Indeed it does. So let's just grab those and then let it go back to making more. And now we're good. All right, let's listen to the radio.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. Should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
Okay, well, I hope that we timed this right because, gosh, we only got 40 minutes until they're here. Wow, so that's not going to happen in this episode, but it's definitely going to happen in the next. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and actually, I'm not going to use my Seamoth. What am I saying? Let's actually dock this thing just because I don't need it right now. I am going to put this up in the moon pool and let that just charge for a while. And then let's take our prawn suit, and we're going to go looking for one of the life pods. I believe life pod 6. Now, life pod 6 is not super difficult to find. You just need to be kind of careful when going after it. So it's actually really close to the Aurora, but it's on kind of the north side of it, and it's floating out of the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just basically do that, like a lot. Just kind of grab this and then yeet myself out of the water, which I did not really do it there. Yeet myself out of the water, and in doing so, with my momentum, hopefully be able to spot this thing as we get closer to the crash site. It's around here somewhere. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's keep moving this way. And we are going to... oh, that's not what I meant to grab. Let's try that again. Okay, go up. Come on. Oh, I do still need that jump jet upgrade. It is a huge difference maker once you actually get it. Let's see. I'm going to go like right here. Okay, not quite there. If we go up again. Where is it? You can usually spot it. And also that reef back is like way out of the water. Let's try to go up again. Oh my gosh, why is he so high out of the water? I have never seen a reef back that high up. What the heck? Okay, yeah, this life pod is a little bit difficult to spot, so you have to kind of do your due diligence. But it is upside down. There it is. I see it. Okay, right there. Okay. Now you have to be careful because there are reapers in this area, but there usually isn't one like directly next to it. Usually, I say that, but that doesn't mean there won't be. As we move closer. Okay. Check my distance again. Make sure I don't go past it. Okay, it's right there. You can see it kind of floating. Alrighty. Ugh, I hate how desolate this area is. It's really scary. Even in a prawn suit. Okay. Let's go. And we're going to just kind of work our way inside real quick. There we go. Alright, we got a first aid kit. A data box, which is probably a thing I already have. Yes, indeed. And LifePod 4's crew log.
Integrating new PDA data.
To any Altera crew. Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. One specimen attempted to swallow the life pod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
I presume he miscalculated, but yes, so creature decoy, it keeps Leviathans away from you, which is pretty darn nice if you ever need to use them. I am not one for them, so I am not going to bother, at least right now, but maybe in the future we will worry about that. I could also drill some titanium right now. That'd be nice. But I think, guys, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Subnautica. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. In the next episode, we are going to be hopefully meeting the Sunbeam as it arrives. Although, we might be cutting it a little bit close. I'm going to wait until we count down to about 25 minutes before we head that way. Just because, I mean, there is, I guess we could go to try to find the life pod in the crag fields in the meantime. So I guess there's that. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to head back, and I think I'm going to dock my prawn suit and let that charge up really quickly before we head on over that way. But they are on opposite ends of the map, so we're going to have to be... We're going to have to be kind of quick about this. So we'll see if we can find the last missing life pod that we were looking for, and then head to wherever the sunbeam is meant to land. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.